Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, so the girls are in the Big Brother Naija house, and of course you guys know when they enter the house, the boys prank them, which is so silly because that prank lasted and at some point it got boring. And also last night Big Brother also gave them a shocker and also gave them a tax, and the tax is they have to figure out, okay, there are 22 housemates, and you know ideally it's supposed to be just 20 housemates, right? Now Big Brother said you have 1 week to get to know each other, and if you can guess correctly the 2 housemates that are the wild card, they get to leave on Sunday immediately. But if you don't, these housemates that are the wild cards will actually have the nomination privilege, so they get to be the ones to nominate who they want to be booted out of the house. So basically it's either you fish them out, let them go, or you get booted out, or you have a probability of getting booted out by them. So it's a dog eat dog kind of stuff. But I'm not sure these housemates have gotten into they've not come to the realization of it, except for some of them, some of the guys that were talking about it yesterday. The other ones are still doing all kumbaya, which is normal. Every season they start up being friends and all cuddly and all, kumbaya. Oh, you're my girl, I don't like drama, all that. Until shit gets real, Abby, we are here and we're gonna watch how all those kumbaya walls crumbles down. Anyways guys, so yeah, last night was interesting. The jacuzzi was not on, there was not even any water in the jacuzzi. I also noticed they changed the jacuzzi. This is not the pepper dam or the lockdown jacuzzi. This one is more like a round shape, yes, and they did not put it on. Ebuka lied about that. Anyways, but nonetheless, yesterday night was fun. They got to know each other. So I'm going to be giving you some things you probably do not know about the housemates, the ladies to be precise, which they talked about, and some of the things which they did not talk about, that which we also found out ourselves. But before we get into all that gist, so are you happy with the way your tummy is? If you are not happy with the way your tummy is looking like at the moment, why don't you go over to my girl Aziza's channel, yes, Weight Loss by Z, as she gives us an update of one of her clients who is just like you and I, who lost a massive amount of extra weight around her tummy area, and this just happened in a month. And no, this is not some kind of film trick or photoshopping, this is real. So do you want to find out how she did it? Rush now to her channel. I'm dropping the link in the description box, and I'm also pinning it to the comment section. Thank you guys so very much. So let's get back into the housemates and everything they talked about last night. And oh, how can I forget, we had our first gbos yesterday night, and you asking Azine who were involved. Don't worry, calm your nerves. I'm gonna give you the full detailed gist. But first of all, they were introducing themselves. Nini came out, she introduced herself to the other housemate. She's 26 years old, she's in a relationship. Okay, and one thing I also found out is many of the we have one married male housemate, which is Nii, and we have one married female housemate, which is Tega. Surprised? Yes, Tega is 4 years into marriage, and she has is she the one that has a child? I think, yeah, she has a child also, yeah, and she is married, but she says she still likes fine guys though, and she's the one that says she likes walking around naked. Let's see how that one plays out. Nini introduced herself. She says she's in a relationship. She has a fashion brand. Lots of them has fashion brands too. She's schooled here in Abuja, and she's an economist. And according to her, this is her first time auditioning. I think this also Sasuke's first time of auditioning, and also Angel's first time of auditioning. Now, talking about Angel, whoa, Angel is a clear example of don't judge a book by the cover. We all did kinda judged Angel on the first time, we saw her on stage. I know I did, which is really bad, and I feel very, very bad listening to her story. I felt very, very bad, because I didn't judge her. No, scratch that. I never judged her. I only kind of like wished she used a book tape. That was just my own ish. Boob tape is important. If you don't like wearing bras, please invest in one. That was just my major issue, because those babies needs to be given some kind of life. Let them look perky and attractive. So yeah, that was just my own issue with her. But aside that, no, I didn't judge her. She was okay to me, but she wasn't really my fave. But listening to her story last night kind of like made me feel for her, because she talks about a lot of things. She had to drop out of uni, I think University of Lagos, because she went to a secluded school, those kind of schools that everybody's secluded, especially when you're coming from a very strict home. You are not allowed to go out, you're not allowed to do this. People like that tend not to know how to blend properly with society, and that's exactly what happened to her. She went to a very high standard, and when I mean high standard, as she explained, is basically where before you get an A, you have to get like A is like I think 97. And for you, if you get 60 something, you get an F. That's talk about high standards. And that kind of like messed her up, because her mom kept saying, oh, she doesn't meet up. She is half Ghanaian, half Nigerian. Her mom wasn't in Nigeria at that time. She pulled out. She just went to Unilag 2 weeks. She did not go to school there. She just couldn't cope with a lot of, how Unilag is now, how universities are, and Unilag. So basically that was what happened. Her mom pulled her out. She pulled out from there, and then her mom was like, okay, very disappointed. And then her mom put her in a foundation school to be, shipped to London, and she also did not meet up, and that was a whole lot of wahala, and she became very depressed. She had mental issues, and coupled with the fact that the first love of her life, the first boyfriend she had, that was back in 2019, died. I mean, this girl has been through a lot. Like, she's been through a lot, and she has this mentality that she's looking at her mates. Everybody has graduated from the uni, and she's feeling like, everybody has got it all figured out, and she hasn't. Baby girl, I'm older than you, and I've still not. I don't even know what I'm doing sometimes. Like, we all are sometimes just, trying to figure it out through life. So basically, you are not alone. And the housemates really felt for her. Later on, I think it was Irene that called her outside, because I think she wanted to cry, and Irene kept talking to her. Irene is the one with lots of piercings and all that. So Irene kept talking to her. What really made me laugh was when initially she came and said, oh, she's 19. And they were like, if you see Boma's face when she was saying that, Boma was like, 19? But then again, it's a no-brainer that she's not 19, because for you to get into the Big Brother Naija house, you have to be up to 21 years old. Anyways, and still on Angel, I think there's something going on between she and, or might come up with she and Boma. Are we getting our first shit? I don't know. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Now, away from Angel, let's go over to Sasuke. Now, Sasuke is a ball of energy. I told you guys, like that girl. Well, she just turned 21. This is her first time of trying. Now, remember on stage, she told us her relationship is on a shaky ground. Well, she also repeated it and said the reason why it's on a shaky ground is because her boyfriend was, I guess, coming for the show and threatened to end the relationship if she went for the show. And as of that time, as she's standing there at Big Brother house, she doesn't even know if she's still in a relationship or not. And I think the other ones were like, bye bye boo and all that. I think she was one that they said that to, although I don't know. Anyways, guys, yes, that's about it for Sasuke. And she's actually a body artist. Like, she has this, I don't know, I've seen some of her pictures where she like painted, like she's a body art artist, something like that. I really like her vibe and all that. And okay, let's talk about Tega. Tega is married. Yep. She's been married for 4 years. She has a 3-year-old son. But I told you guys earlier about her. And also, guys, away from all that, Beatrice too was once married with a 7-year-old son. She's in a very serious relationship, and she said she's also working on her modeling agency. Now, we have like how many women now that have kids in the house? This is a different vibe of Big Brother. Nobody's going to call anybody, insult anybody because of their age, because most of them are very, very matured and all that. Now, Pere on his own was like kind of like disappointed with the ladies. Okay, what is it about Pere and women? Because ever since he came in, he's been talking about women. Imagine if he were a girl. Trust me, a lot of Nigerians would have labeled him cheap and man hungry. As they labeled some of the housemates last year. So now he's a guy. Nobody's saying anything about it. Like, this guy has been talking about women ever since yesterday, and now he's saying he's disappointed in the ladies because of their appearance once the makeup came off, and he's seen the lights according to him. I don't understand. Did you come for the women or did you come for the money? To be very honest and candid with you guys, I'm thinking that the ladies are the ones that came for the money this year, and the guys just came for basically beauties and hotties. I don't know what your problem is. For me, these girls are so beautiful. Have you seen their skin? Have you seen their faces? I've not even seen one that has spots like that. They're so clean, and even with Big Brother's camera, I beg, Oga, go and chill. I beg. With all that, it's just making me look at him somehow. Like, he should just go and sit down somewhere and all that. So yeah, let's talk about Jackie B. Now, something you guys don't know about Jackie B is her mom is actually a senator. Yes, here in Nigeria, her mom is a senator. That's a picture of her and her mom. Yes, her mom is a senator. And I also heard there's one person in that house that his father is a former governor. I'll still figure that out and know who it is, but I heard that there's one person in that house who his dad is a former governor. And looking at this crop of housemates, most of them schooled abroad. There's one that's schooled in the UK. In fact, most of them schooled abroad. Let's just leave it. Maria is half Nigerian, half Austrian. Not Australian, no, Austrian, because she says a lot of people mistake it. Maria is fun. Like, she's a fine girl, but she's so much fun. And I don't know how to describe it. I like her, and it looks like Maria kind of like likes Nee, because when Nee's told them about his sign, his what do you call it, astrology sign or whatever you guys call it, and he was like, and she was like, sorry, oh, that's my soulmate. And then Nee was like, oh, he's married. The way her face just went from 100 to 0 real quick. Baby girl was disappointed. But then again, she has already told us that she's that kind of a person that she cannot hide how she feels. Like, her face will always give her away. That's my kind of person. Like, if I'm not feeling you, you're gonna know with my facial expressions. I cannot control it, basically. So yeah, but she's a fun person. She told us about her dad. The love story is cute. The love story is cute. She kept talking. I think between her and Tega, I don't know who talks more anyways. They were fun. They were all fun. Nini is his darling. Maria was like, oh, that she's not gonna have as long as White Money is the one that made the food that she is going to eat. I don't know, but there's this friendliness between Maria and White Money, and I'm liking it. They were talking last night, even when the lights went off, when they were introducing themselves. Maria was like, oh, but how can you guys start without White Money? Let me go look for him. And she even gave him a name, Mazi. Oh Lord, I'm loving the friendship I'm seeing with White Money and Maria. And it looks like there's gonna be some kind of triangle. Hey, and you're asking me, between who and who? That triangle might come out between Cross, Emmanuel, and Liquor Rose. Yes, because Liquor Rose introduced her. In fact, Emmanuel was following Liquor Rose like fly used to follow food, like basically. And he first of all he was like, oh, I know you're a dancer. What are you doing here? And Licorice was like, the same thing you two are doing here. I'm like, oh God, you are Mr. Africa. Why are you asking that kind of question? Anyways, at the garden or in the garden, Cross was there, Licorice was there, Emmanuel was there, and they were talking. So Licorice later left to go and eat. And Cross was like, oh, I like her, she's cool. And he now said it again, oh, she's cool. And then the man was like, oh, she's a dancer. And Cross was like, oh, she has, like, her body doesn't show like that. And Emmanuel was like, oh, she's really a dancer, she's a popular one or something, she can move. And Cross was like, oh, now I'm intrigued. And Emmanuel was like, Oga, leave that one for me. I'm like, where is Auntie Bestie? Do you remember that Auntie Bestie on the first day of the show that said that anybody that did that kept posting pictures of she and Emmanuel and videos of she and Emmanuel? It's just one day that the girls came home. Premium breakfast has already started loading. Anyways, guys, now let's talk about the gbos that happened in the house last night. So apparently the gist is Princess, okay, let me start from how we saw the whole thing unfold. Now, when they were in the garden, before they started introducing themselves, so White Money came out and was like, he wants to see the person that dropped Chin Chin, according to him, on his bed, and said he doesn't care, and said she doesn't care who owns the bed. Now, White Money was really waiting for the person. He was like, he doesn't want issues, but last the person might come and say, oh, that let me share the bed, and he would definitely say no. So that was it. So we're trying to find out, okay, who is this person that, did this to our Mazi White Money, So later on, somehow Princess went to the bed she marked and found out, okay, it's White Money's bed. And so apparently, or I guess, she asked the owner of the bed, which is White Money, if she could share the bed with him, and he said no. Remember, he already said he's gonna say that. And before we could say Jack Robinson, now so Princess Parao, hey. And she was like, why would he say he would not share a bed with her? And now basically that was it. She was really, really parrying and everything. So when people were like, okay, what's going on? She was like, oh, she's not angry at White Money. And now my own is, if you are not angry at White Money, who the hell are you angry at? Big Brother? Us? But it's totally unnecessary. That his bed. Anyways, Princess has already told us she has anger issues. She even mentioned it. Was it Emmanuel or J. Paul she was talking to? And where she was like, oh, she has anger issues. She has been paying for anger management classes and all that. And even in her intro video, she also said it, that most of her friends were like, okay, I think she was talking to White Money about it, or who, like most of her friends were like, she can't make it in the show. She will just come and be fighting and everything. Hope Princess is not gunning for disqualification, no. Hope is not what is in her mind, because not everybody carry the same grace. So because all this one, she's now parrying unnecessarily. Ngwano, people of God, that is how we saw it. That was the gbos. Because even Beatrice was like, maybe the reason White Money did not want her to share the bed because they are of their body size, they might not be comfortable, because they are both they are not plus size, but they are both chubby, so that was it though. Princess says it's not White Money she's angry at. Me, I don't know who she's angry at. Anyways, as the show progresses, maybe we'll find out who she is pissed at. And also talking about Beatrice. Now wow, this babe, I don't even know. Can you imagine that Beatrice met what's his name? Our polymath, what's his name? Yareen. I was like, I like your brown teeth. And he was like, what kind of compliment is that? And she was like, don't worry, you have a brown teeth. Oh no, I mean, own up to it, own it, which one is it that she said? And she also went on to say, lots of people are paying to get a brown teeth. In my head, who is paying to get brown teeth? No one can, because who is paying to get brown teeth? This girl has a very bad mouth. What? That somebody this This guy will make Yeri not to be opening his mouth around her. Seriously, what kind of compliment is that? I mean, this is the kind of compliment you give somebody and they'll start, they'll be confused for like a minute or two. Because the guy was legit confused. I mean, is that a compliment or is that an insult in disguise? Anyways, guys, that's what we saw. That's what we saw last night. This morning I'm here to watch the show, but I will go watch it and I'll give you guys a feedback of what we saw today. And if you're wondering how you will find out who the wild card is, don't worry, hold your horses, because on Thursday, the special diary session by 3 p.m. you and I, the viewers, get to find out who the wild card, who they are, basically. So yeah. And before I go, guys, please do not forget to check out my girl Azizat channel, Weight Loss by Z, as she shows us how her clients burnt their belly fat to the bare minimum for just within just a month. So you can wear that bodycon dress with full confidence and flaunt those curves. And don't forget, I put up her link in the description box, and I'm also pinning it in the comments section. Thank you guys so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Do not forget to watch the ads. Yes, guys, and do not forget to put on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Till I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, the #1 just giver of YouTube, Azine Williams. Have yourself a beautiful day ahead. Bye, guys.